What is up, metalheads? What is up? Be sure to pick up your ICBA limited edition run Colorado Mamoswine shirt. It supports Colorado Mamoswine in the ICBA Season 1. What is up, metalheads? What is up? It is Heavy Metal Pokemon here, bringing you our Week 1 ICBA battle. That is the International Competitive Battling Association versus the Commissioner of the League, Johnny GB, and his Oregon Duckletts. If you don't know his team or my team, be sure to check out the link down below. It has the playlist of all of my ICBA videos. So just the draft analysis and the thing, but you know, whatever. So if you want to know what we're bringing for this week, why we're bringing it, be sure to check that link out down below. Be sure to check out down in the description. We have the new limited edition t-shirt run on sale now for the ICBA only. Yeah, so real quick, also the question of the day: how do you think the Mamoswine will do this season? Do you think we can do better than we did in the PMC Season 3? I am hoping that we can actually do quite well this season. We have a very good team, a very strong team. I know we're a little Mamoswine weak, but I think we're okay. But let's get right into his team breakdown real quick, and we'll go from there, guys. Okay, so we're seeing that he's bringing Garchomp, name escapes me, Aerodactyl, Jolteon, Jirachi, Spiritomb, and Kecleon. So right off the bat, we see that he brings his 3 Z-Mons, which is very scary because any of those guys could be Z-Mons, and any of those Z moves could kill my team to death. It could be like Z-Wish, Jirachi, have like some Spadef, and like start boosting up, you know, some stuff, doing some crazy shenanigans with Jirachi. I don't know what Jirachi does, like with a Spadef boost, but it'll do Jirachi things. So there's that. Garchomp, you know, could be like a lead rock setter or something like that. Or it could be Scarf this week. I think Scarf does really well for him because he pretty much clicks Earthquake majority of the time, and then the other times once he gets rid of my Earthquake stuff or things get low, he just clicks Outrage. Choice Scarf Outrage, because I don't have a fairy, so I'm trying to get one, but I need one that's not super passive. So there's where we're at with that. But anyways, let's get right into the battle, guys. Let's take a look at see how it goes. I'm gonna go. I think I already have it set. Just want to make sure. Yep, 1.25. Let's get right into it. So there's gonna be some turns where I kind of want to explain some stuff, so I'm not going full speed. So go. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and lead Uxie here. I'm like, if we lead, you know, Chomp, we can trade rocks. If I lead anything else, we can rocks and U-turn. If we lead Spiritomb, just U-turn right away. You see that he leads Chomp and he withdraws. So interesting play this. I'm going with he's not tank Chomp. So I'm gonna get up my rocks here. So he just those are here to stay pretty much, unless he's got Defog and Aerodactyl, which I mean, it could be good because he gets scared out the Raikou and then be okay. So so we're gonna go ahead and U-turn here. I'm like, he's gonna Pursuit Trap me, and he doesn't. He does not. So I'm like, he's gonna Calm Mind and just win right here. He's done. But he Toxics. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we don't have to worry about Calm Mind right now. But I got Blastoise in here because I'm like, I'm gonna roar this thing out. I don't want to deal with it. I don't have a way to deal with it yet. I don't want to. So I'm not going to. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roar. But he does withdraw. He goes out into Kecleon. I'm guessing to get up his own rocks here. Must be like must have some Spadef investment too to take on like a Scald or something. But we roared out. Yeah, and he goes into Garchomp. It's roared into Garchomp. Garchomp. So I'm gonna click Scald here. I'm like, I don't want to reveal Ice Beam. Don't want to reveal it yet. Not gonna reveal it. Gonna keep it on the low till he comes in later and thinks like, oh, you just got Scald. We're fine. But then so I click Scald here. So no point clicking Roar just yet. No need to roar and phase him out because I'm just gonna gain up toxic damage. We don't want that. So he's Scald, and I see he goes back into Kecleon. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go Raikou here on his Fake Out. So Fake Out's going to do 0, and I'm going to get the HP back. Not a lost turn. He'll get up his rocks in the next turn, maybe, and I'm behind his sub at that point, so I'm pretty safe. But we see he just goes for rocks right here, which is perfectly fine. That is also okay play. So Raikou comes in for free, which is nice. So we're coming in for free. We're going to click the sub on his withdraw. He goes out into Jolteon here, thinking I'm going to click Volt Switch or something, which is a good play. I mean, I would probably do the same, not expecting a sub. Now, Johnny did originally tell me after the battle that he did have Synchronize on here, which does about 50% to a normal Jirachi set, or normal Raikou set. But he changed it for Signal Beam. I'm guessing more to hit other stuff on my team. So I go for a Toxic. Yeah, I can Toxic whatever comes in here. Because I figured he would switch out after seeing that I'm behind the sub. Thinking like, oh no, he's going to Calm Mind setup and just win, right? So he's got to go do something right. But yeah, he stays in, he does that. And I'm like, okay, his Volt Switch here is obvious. So let's click Substitute again. Because he doesn't want to stay in against this. He wants to break my sub and put some pressure on me. But I see that coming. And I click sub again. So now I'm behind the sub facing this Garchomp, and I'm like, Hidden Power Ice is a really great play here. I can get whatever damage off, and I can see what kind of Garchomp this is, depending on what happens here. We see that he goes first, so he's Scarf. So we're like, okay, he's Scarf Chomp. That's great news. That's great. He's got dual Scarfers on the team. Interesting. Alright. So here we go. We click Hidden Power Ice, and this thing's gone. After Rocks, gone. And it's taken a couple of Rocks turns. It's been phased in a couple of times. So, you know, guaranteed at that point. Gone. Just get out. So we're getting leftovers. We're not behind our sub anymore. And I'm like, okay. He's going to Earthquake here. It's the most obvious Earthquake ever. I'm going into Uxie, and then I can Foul Play it. And that's going to hurt it. He'd probably go Spiritomb, but, you know, foul play damage, regardless of which flavor you are. But he goes for Stone Edge, so Earthquake was not obvious for me. Stone Edge was nice. He hits it, which is great for him. Not so good for me, so Uxie has to take that damage. Ugh, I don't want that. And I'm like, okay, he can try and Stone Edge again here. He can try and Defog here, put us 0 rocks, but he switches out into Jolteon. And it's Toxic, so it's taking some damage, plus the rocks here, plus this Foul Play. Boop. Now I'm like, okay, he's gonna Volt Switch here because he doesn't want to stay in here in case like I make a switch or something. He's gonna Volt Switch and try and get a better matchup. So I'm gonna actually U-turn on his Volt Switch, predicting he's not gonna go for that Signal Beam. So I'm like, he's gonna Volt Switch and get that better matchup, right? So I click U-turn. Out comes a Jirachi. It's a shiny Jirachi. So we're going to click U-turn. Boop. We get a crit here. That crit doesn't matter in anything. No rolls were needed with it. We're going to go out into Victini here. I'm like, alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. We're either going to get flinched to death or we're going to win a speed tie. So I click Blue Flare here. He goes out into Kecleon. And Blue Flare. Boom. That thing is gone. We hit, which is nice. I think even with Victory Star, it still has a chance to miss. A small chance, but I believe it does. So he goes out into Aerodactyl here, and I'm like, okay. I'm going to go to Blastoise because he's going to Stone Edge here. Thinking I'm going to go Uxie. And I'm like, but he Pursuits. I didn't think he would run Pursuit on that. So that did a lot of damage to me. So nice play there, Johnny. Very nice play. Had I stayed in and Glaciated, that thing would have been gone. And we did him in a really good spot. But that's fine. So we're going to go out here in the day to remember. We see that he's leftover, so we know that he doesn't have a Z move there. So Scarf Chomp is gone. Aerodactyl is not a Z user. Jirachi, we don't know. So he's going to withdraw because he knows he can't do anything to Blastoise here. He's going to go out into Spiritomb. I'm going to fire off a Scald here. I'll wait for the pressure to go. He's going to fire off that Scald. Does quite a bit of damage, which is nice. Get some more of that leftovers recovery here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roar this thing out again. I'm like, I don't know what it wants to do, but I don't want it to do whatever thing. So I don't like it. So go away. So he goes for Toxic again. So I don't know if he was predicting me to switch or something, but I'm like, get out of here. I'm done with you. He goes back out into Jolteon, which is fine. Which is A-okay. Now here, I go out into, okay, I was trying to think back. So here I go out and Neligo. I'm like, okay, I can take a Volt Switch or something from this thing because this thing's Spadef is like, right? Like I could take one, and then we can kind of start doing some damage here. So he Volt switches on me, goes away, goes out into Jirachi. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna T-bolt this thing. He's gonna Iron Head me. I'm gonna be dead, and then I'm gonna make some plays. That's how this is gonna go down. I'm hoping. U-turns instead. You see how much damage that U-turn does, and that's, you know, how weak its defense is. You see how much damage that was? That was resisted. I'm pretty sure. So we go out into Jolteon, makes a really good read. Either trying to sack this thing off to like a hidden power ground, or predicting that my best move there was Thunderbolt. So he's going to Volt Switch again. I'm going to click Power Gem just in case he wants to stay in. He's going to go right out into Jirachi, which is fine with me. So we do know this thing is Scarf, which is fine. And I'm like, okay, come back. You don't want you to take a Iron Head. So I'm gonna go out into Blastoise here. Like I can take some Iron Heads, and if I get lucky, I can get a burn off of this thing, and we'll be fine. But he just U-turns, which is nice, and he goes out in Spiritomb, which is okay. Now here he's thinking I'm probably gonna Roar. So he doubles here. You know, on the Roar prediction, I believe, as I'm actually going to go for Scald. I'm like, all right, we're getting whittled down, so this thing is losing its effectiveness defensively, and I just need to start trying to get a burn or something. Okay, never mind. He stays in. He tries to Toxic again. That's right. Now he's going to want to preserve this because he does have Sucker Punch for later, I believe. So he's gonna preserve this. So. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click Scald again. I'm like, this thing, again, it's just losing out on its ability. So, like, I need to, I'm going to get a safe switch on whatever. And we'll come back into the game, right? So, I mean, we're up quite well here. I think we're up 6-4. Now 6-3 here. And Jolteon's going to go down on that switch. And I'm going to go get some leftovers. And then I'm going to go down to 1 HP. Like I said, this Toxic is racking up on me. It is doing damage. So Blastoise, you got to go down. But you took out a Jolteon. You punched it right in the face with your Scald. So I'm going to click Rapid Spin here in case he wants to like pull a double or something. I mean, you know, like switch out and get Spiritomb to kill or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But he switches out. So the good thing about this is we get a nice matchup here. So I'd like to go out to Uxie here because I'm like, I want to force him into Stone Edge and force him to have to miss, because at this range I don't think double, you know, Pursuit will kill. I think with its defense it just would live. But he does land the Stone Edge, which is very nice. You know, it's unfortunate for me, but I'm glad that, you know, he didn't miss and then I killed him with foul play. That'd be kind of unfortunate. So I'm like, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. I'm going to intimidate him, and I'm going to scare him out with a Scarf Ments. And it works. He switches out, and now I can D-dance. We get up the freest D-dance ever. Free D-dance. We're going in, we're going hard. Here we go. Dragon Dance. We can win the game. All we got to do is win a speed tie. That is all we got to do, guys. We just have to win this speed tie here. You don't know what it was like actually being in the game and going for the speed. This is why I wanted to be able to do live comms, because you can't get this. So I go for Supersonic Sky Strike here because I'm thinking he's going to protect. Like he's going to protect or whatever, right? I don't know what the protect would do, but you know. But I believe the Z moves go through the protect, like half damage or something like that. But we knocked that thing out into oblivion. I think it did like 10 trillion at that range. So here he goes, out into Jirachi. We know this thing is Scarf. We're both max speed. So here I go. I click Earthquake. We win the speed tie. Shadows Falls wins the speed tie. We click the Earthquake. This thing is gone. Get out of here. You're gone. Jirachi is gone. All he has left is the Aerodactyl. We're just going to click Dragon Claw on it. I did want to kind of be cheeky and click Fly just to see what would happen, but Like if I miss and this thing just comes back, that would be the biggest flop ever. So I'm like, click Dragon Claw. There's no need to be showboating. No need to be showboating. We click it, we get rid of the Aerodactyl, and that is it. We have beaten the Oregon Duckletts. Our streak against them has come to an end, and I believe we are now we're 2-7. I think 2-3 against them so far. So we need another win against them to be even Steven. But we get a nice 4-0 win for our first game in the ICBA, that's the International Competitive Battling Association. I cannot be more thankful of the group of guys that I am able to team build with. I got to do some shout outs here. I know I didn't do it in the team builder and I meant to. Thank you to Brendan for the Shookaberry suggestion and Aster for that as well. Both of them were like, Shookaberry, dude. And I'm like, alright, you guys are right. If two of them are like, Shookaberry, you numbskull, better do it. Brendan helped me out with a lot of the team. Johnny helped me out with the Salmon set. Jose helped me out with just refining the team, making sure everything was good. So, you know, adding, I think he was the one who was like, put the Toxic on the Raikou, because one of those guys, one Aster, Johnny, or Jose, one of them was like, put Toxic on there, because Unaware Clef's going to come, and you'll want to Toxic it, because it's going to not care if you Calm Mind up, it's going to win. So, thank you guys so much. So, hopefully, into the next week, against the Brisbane Heatrans, we can pick up our second win and then continue from here. Last thing, the analysts picked us to lose. All of them to lose. Naughty analysts. That's what happens when you vote against me. We win. So if you don't want me to win and you want my team to be what you think it is, you better vote for me. So that's how we go. That's how we go. Good game to my friend Johnny. You played. I think you played extremely well. I just was. To me, I felt I was in your head. I knew you were going to volt switch. I knew you were going to U-turn at certain points. So I was able to get those predicts and get my team going, and get in there for the W. Being able to really wear down that Jolteon so it couldn't do anything was nice. That's it. That's it, guys. That's it. Leave your comments down below what you think of the battle and how you think we're going to do for the rest of the season. Be sure to answer the questions of the day. And I think we're going to do better than we did in PMC because we already have a win. Week 1, we win. So that seems pretty good. That seems pretty good for me. It's a strong start. So let's see how we do, guys. But as always, bros, keep gaming.